back out again. And just up near the playground area, you know, first encounter that side. And I thought today is going to be the day where I talk about my other strange, well, either it was a man in a suit that was huge or it was what we all know it was. So I was coming back, it was last summer, and I was coming back on my bike, and I literally come round the corner, and right down the bottom, just where it joins with the old map area, I see something huge, pretty much took up like the little space that was there. And obviously I come flying around on my bike, probably got to about here, I'd imagine, near the arch, near the pinned arch, and yeah, it was basically walking up this way and see me, and just all of a sudden took a step to its left, my right, straight into the woods. And I was at first I just thought, well, what the hell is that? And then obviously realised, well, what the hell was that? So obviously I come pelting it down on my bike, which I'm walking, so you have to excuse me, but obviously I've come down on my bike, and my first impression was obviously what the hell was that? Why is it going in the bush? And like I say, it was last summer, so it was probably around about this time where all the ferns are some of the ferns are at their peak, so you can obviously see that they're quite high. I'm on my bike, so I would imagine my eyesight is maybe up here somewhere. And so obviously I got to about here and I thought, well, where is it? I must be close. I sort of slowed down a little bit, and all I can imagine is it's come down this little strip. There's a little woodland there. There's like a little strip, which I'll show how wide it is. It's obviously wide enough for you to walk down, but you can see some of these ferns quite high. So I got to about here, and obviously I started looking. I think it was here. It wasn't too far off this other little strip where it gets thicker. I sort of got to about here and was looking up, and well, all I remember seeing was something crouched. But even it was crouched, it must have been, I don't know, 4.5 foot, 5 foot off the air still. And it was basically in here somewhere. And obviously I was on my bike, and to be honest, I just sort of come past and I couldn't make out what it was, so I basically stopped on the edge here. And like I say, all I imagine is it's maybe come through down here, has literally come out, stepped, because like you say, they don't like to go straight in and straight across. They like to crisscross it, not to make it look obvious. All I can imagine is probably took 1, 2, 3 steps in me, and obviously it might have went to go in here anyway, but I've caught it on the yeah, basically I've caught it as it's coming across. So like I say, I was here and I sort of sat here for, I don't know, a minute maybe, just wondering whether to go back or not. And I eventually went back. I didn't stop, I actually just quickly got on my bike, rode past again, and as I was coming past, I noticed there was like something. It was just basically walking through there. I could just see something go. So I carried on with my bike and thought, I'm not going back. No way am I going back. Like I say, this was last year before I started recording anything. And I thought, well, I've got to go back. So obviously I did. And I've come past. I couldn't see anything, basically. Couldn't see anything, not even when I got here. And I come back out here and actually come to the trail. And obviously I was looking, and I sort of stood where that tree is there, basically looking across, and I sort of sat there for a good 5 minutes, I'd imagine, just trying to hear. And every now and then I could hear a crack, or I'd see like just slowly it would sort of move every now and again. I got back on my bike and I rode back up here, and didn't see anything, obviously. And then I was probably out on the bike for a good hour or so, and I actually come back this way, and obviously I didn't go in there. Probably would have had a little venture maybe now, but back then, no chance. But that's that. That was the believer. It was a massive meathead in a suit, and I'm talking huge. Obviously I was up here, and basically it took pretty much, not the whole space, but you could see daylight down either side. It's now starting to rain. Lovely. But anyway, just someone explain it to me what it was, because there was no way it was a person. And if it was a person, why would they be hiding? And why would they be in a suit on a bloody boiling hot day? Exactly. One conclusion. The forest people. So I just want to quickly go up and show this pinned arch, because I keep coming past it and just showing it, but I actually looked at it the other day, and it's quite nice how they've done it. And they've shoved a good 3, maybe 4 inch, probably 3.5 inch a diameter pine bough in there, big one, to hold it down. I pulled it out to have a look at it, and to get it back in I couldn't, so I had to jump on it. I'll give it a good stamp to get it back in. So if you just bear with me. Like I say, I love this area. I love just coming up here. Just so much activity in this side of the wood. I mean, I will eventually go across the road, and there's some nice structures and stuff over there. But I just want to tell the story, really, at the minute. Just everything, just this side. I know, we all know what we like. We get a good channel. Well, I'm not saying mine's good, you know, it's up to the people, but you get a good channel where there's a lot of stuff and brain goes into binge watch mode. Basically, let's binge watch this channel. Let's see his story. So, here's a nice pinned arch. So it's down here. You can see this stick here is stopping that, and obviously you got that massive. There we go. You can see the tree's already way out from where it was. So let's put that back in there for him. I'm not here to one sec. There we go. It's back in there. I'd like to think if you're ever going to take anything out, you try to get it back how it was. But I'm sure they'd notice all this disturbance down here. I'm sure they can guarantee and tell where we've been compared to them. Just like someone was to come into your house and have a little rummage and you'd get back, I'm sure you'd know. But anyway, I'm going to leave that there. That's the either the man, well, it wasn't a man in a suit, but that's what it's going to be titled as, forest people, or a huge man, and a nice pinned arch at the end. Lovely.